In the heart of the enchanted forest of Lumina, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the rivers sang lullabies, lived a young dragon named Ember. Ember was no ordinary dragon. His scales shimmered like polished copper, and his wings, though small, sparkled with flecks of gold. But Ember had a problem: he couldn't breathe fire. While other dragons his age were already lighting candles and roasting marshmallows, Ember could only puff out tiny wisps of smoke. One day, as Ember wandered through the whispering woods, he heard a soft, melodic hum. Curious, he followed the sound until he stumbled upon a clearing bathed in golden light. There, perched on a mossy rock, was a creature unlike any he had ever seen. The creature was a moonbird, a rare and magical being whose feathers glowed like the night sky. Her name was Lyra, and her song was said to bring peace to even the most troubled hearts. "Why do you look so sad, little dragon?" Lyra asked, her voice as gentle as a breeze. Ember sighed, his copper scales dimming. "I can't breathe fire like the other dragons. I'm afraid I'll never be a true dragon." Lyra tilted her head, her feathers shimmering. "Perhaps you just need to find your own magic. Not all dragons are meant to breathe fire. Some have other gifts." Ember frowned. "But what if I don't have any gifts at all?" Lyra smiled. "Come with me. There's someone you should meet." Lyra led Ember to the glowing glade, a hidden part of the forest where the plants themselves seemed alive with light. In the center of the glade stood a small pond, its surface smooth as glass. "This is the pool of reflections," Lyra explained. "It shows you not who you are, but who you could be." Ember peered into the water. At first, he saw only his own reflection, a small, copper-scaled dragon with worried eyes. But then the image shifted. He saw himself soaring through the sky, his wings glowing with a brilliant light. Below him, the forest sparkled, as if his very presence brought it to life. "Is that me?" Ember whispered. Lyra nodded. "You have a gift, Ember. You just need to find it." Next, Lyra took Ember to the wise old oak, a tree so ancient it was said to hold the wisdom of the ages. At its base sat a glowing squirrel named Nimbus, who served as the oak's messenger. "Great oak," Lyra called, "we seek your guidance." The tree's leaves rustled, and a deep, resonant voice filled the air. "Ah, young Ember. You seek your gift, do you not?" Ember nodded. "Yes, but I don't know where to look." The oak's branches creaked as it leaned slightly forward. "Your gift lies not in fire, but in light. You are a Lumina dragon, a rare breed whose scales can illuminate even the darkest places. But to awaken this power, you must face your fears." Ember's heart raced as Lyra led him to the Cave of Shadows, a place where darkness reigned supreme. The cave was said to be home to the Shade Wisp, a creature that fed on fear. "You must go in alone," Lyra said. "Only by facing your fears can you awaken your light." Ember took a deep breath and stepped into the cave. The air grew colder with each step, and the darkness pressed in around him. He could hear faint whispers, taunting him. "You'll never be a true dragon," the voices hissed. "You're weak. You're useless." Ember's scales dimmed, and he felt tears welling up in his eyes. But then he remembered the pool of reflections and the image of himself glowing with light. "I am not weak," he whispered. "I am Ember, the Lumina dragon." As Ember spoke, a warm sensation spread through his body. His scales began to glow, brighter and brighter, until the entire cave was bathed in golden light. The shadows shrieked and retreated, and the shade wisp dissolved into smoke. Ember had found his gift. When Ember emerged from the cave, Lyra was waiting for him. "You did it," she said, her eyes shining with pride. Together, they returned to the glowing glade, where Ember's light made the entire forest come alive. The flowers bloomed brighter, the mushrooms glowed with a soft blue light, and even the pool of reflection seemed to sparkle with joy. Word of Ember's bravery spread quickly through the forest, and soon creatures from all over came to celebrate. A unicorn with a mane of starlight, a phoenix with feathers of flame, and even a griffin with wings of gold gathered in the glade. "You've brought light to our forest," the unicorn said, bowing her head. "You are a true Lumina dragon." From that day on, Ember became the guardian of the enchanted forest of Lumina. His light kept the shadows at bay, and his courage inspired all who lived there. As the stars twinkled above, the forest sang a new song, a song of light, courage, and the magic that lies within us all. And Ember, the Lumina dragon, knew he had finally found his place in the world.